victory thanks to some terrific plays by the Lakers under pressure. Say what you want about the Lakers.
Also, thanks to a bad whistle by the refs, last 2-minute report.
I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, it says the foul with 9.2 seconds left that sent Austin Reeves to the free throw line. Spencer Jones had a clean strip. So,
the Nuggets have beef, eh?
Get your conspiracy theories ready. But still, the Austin Reeves play at the end was a little luck and, also awesome. Luka's first game winner for the Lakers, which honestly, that's sounds weird. They've got a clear pecking order now. Luka, Reeves, and LeBron, 2 games in since he's come back. But LeBron being that number 3 option, dive on the floor, dirty work guy, it's interesting.
Well, I think he's trying to play more of a role. He's trying to be comfortable with the ball less. JJ Redick talked about meeting with him and discussing this. I think it's way too early to form any opinions, but LeBron is trying to fit into a role. I will say that over the last couple of weeks, the plus minus, which, has been used as sort of a whip against them, against those 3 guys, it has turned positive and is continuing to progress in the right way. And say what you want about the Lakers defense. It has been better over the last month to 6 weeks. And in the end of this game, the Nuggets had just multiple possessions where they could not get into their offense. And I think some of it was due to fatigue. Jokic, I
would say a lot of it was due to fatigue on both sides. Both teams
fine.
Both teams were, at the overtime, both teams were gassed.
Well, and some of it was due to Jamal Murray fouling out after a horrific game. Rough day or rough weekend for the Canadian national team backcourt.
Yes. I'm just going to say that there was multiple possessions where the Nuggets couldn't even get the ball to Jokic because the Lakers were defending it. And DeAndre Ayton, however you want to malign him.
Facts.
A lot of it fair. DeAndre Ayton had several key defensive plays. I do not know what's going to happen with the Lakers, but I will tell you this. They've won 8 of their last 10 and 5 in a row. And that has put them in the 3 seed as they embark on this 5-game road trip or 6-game road trip with 5 brutal games to start.
I'm not sure the first 2 are that brutal, to be honest with you, even though they were the team right behind them in the West standings.
Okay, well, first off, I just want to talk about the Reeves missed free throw. How many times could he do that out of 10 and have it fall that way again? Well, obviously he can miss it on purpose, but
it's a 1 out of 25, 1 out of 50 type of play.
I'd say maybe 1 out of 100. I mean, to have it ricochet off to the left to the perfect spot on the court where he could catch it and have a clear lane to get an easy, little 8-foot floater practice shot, you can't script the play better than that.
Well, but but it was scripted. The way that the box outs worked, where he missed it, how he missed it. A lot of guys, they put kind of normal arc on it to miss it, right? His shot never got above the rim. So he missed it to where it bounced down.
And it was clearly to the one side of the basket where they could seal the box out. The Spencer Jones had to come over to the other side. They did it perfectly, but to do that perfectly is a ridiculous series of coincidences in a row.
DeAndre, I don't know if it was Gordon or Jokic. Yeah.
It was Jokic.
Yeah.
But they brought Ayton into the game. And when Jones was on the other side, because they're he was like, I'll box out Reeves from this side. It was only Ayton and Jokic on that side. And they brought Ayton in and he knew the play. He knew the orders was to seal Jokic to sort of a reverse box him out, top box him out. And it came off perfect. I mean, if I was the Nuggets, I would have been spitting mad about that game getting to overtime, much less.
Yeah. Oh, and they missed some free throws. They didn't execute well down the stretch.
Well, we've seen a couple games recently. The Cavs fouled up 3 against the Pistons. Dennis Jenkins got a half-court shot off, came back to bite him. This game,
it was 70 feet.
Well, whatever. But the point is, they got a fluky 3 shots out of it. Again, the Lakers, not a great 3-point shooting team. It's far from a guarantee. Well, we've talked a lot about foul up 3, don't foul up 3. What's pretty clear is there's not a foolproof way to do this. And, we've seen a couple recent pretty high-profile examples of fouling not working.
But let's zoom out some with the Lakers, right? Like you said, this is 5 straight wins. I think it's actually 8 of 9. And when they started off when they had 3 straight before a tough loss in Denver, it was 3 bad teams. And I basically said, look, their schedule is about to get a lot tougher. They've got a chance to prove something. The little 3-game win streak didn't prove anything. They've got a chance to prove something. Well, they played Denver tough. They beat the Knicks. They beat the Wolves. They beat the Nuggets. I mean, again, 5 games, 2 weeks, whatever it is, does not make a season, but there's no question that the Lakers have some serious momentum. They do with LeBron coming back. LeBron missed the Knicks game and the Wolves game, but with him coming back, he's been vocal, and you've seen it on the floor about, hey, I'm the number 3 guy. I've got to get in where I fit in. As he said, sacrifice, accept the role. I think the bigger concerns now are how does that group hold up defensively? Because offensively, they seem to have found something. Luka is cooking. Reeves is cooking. And, I told you guys, I think we've gotten to a point where Luka might actually be underrated, as weird as that sounds. And what got me really thinking about this is, Bontemps, when you mentioned Kawhi Leonard as a first-team All-NBA selection, I was like, hold on. I threw out a few names. I didn't even throw out Luka's name, and it was inadvertent. But there is this idea that Luka might not be a first-team All-NBA selection, and I think that's pretty insane. It's easy to focus on his flaws, and I talk about the petulance as much as anybody. Which the petulance leads to, big time defensive problems, and that's a fair subject. However, the guy is leading the league in scoring on very good efficiency while averaging 8.5 assists and 8 rebounds per game for a team that's a 3rd seed in the Western Conference. If that's not a first-team All-NBA player, I don't know what is.
The thing about Luka, the reason, the criticism of him is that he doesn't get as much out of his gifts as he should because of these flaws. But that does not take away from the gifts that he has. He's one of the most talented offensive players I've ever seen in my life. And on the game winner, he was in a double team without anybody to screen. He was sort of, he avoided the trap. He got out of the trap, totally got the corner turned, and then went into his footwork where he creates space with his step back, going left.
The only thing I'll say about that is I think the Nuggets completely. I don't think you're giving Denver way too much credit. Like they let him get to a practice shot like that. I mean, it was a great play by Luka, but he had a wide open 15-footer for him. But
he had to earn that by getting out of a double team and doing a step back.
I mean, it was a pretty bad double team. Bruce Brown comes over from the middle, and he just had the whole left side of the court to get to. It was a great play. He was incredible in the game.
WB.
He's back, baby. He's back.
WB.
I mean, for one thing, this guy's been crapping all over people all week. He should stop saying anything about me. And again, it's a credit to Luka, but the Nuggets, I thought they just botched it. That was as easy a shot as Luka's ever going to get in that spot.
Okay, and he's averaging 32.5 points per game on like 62% true shooting. I mean,
his last 2 games are his first game winner and a 50-point triple-double. I'd say he's playing out of his mind, which is great.
Yeah.
He is
It is common that Lakers are underrated, so I can see why Luka is being underrated.
And dude, I had in one of my recent stops, I'm talking to an all-star, and this guy was making the case to me that Luka shouldn't be first team. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. If the Lakers are going to have home court advantage in the first round with this guy leading the league and scoring efficiently, I don't see how he could not be.
Well, some of this is also there's a lot of competition for 5 spots. People are going to get really mad if you say Jaylen Brown isn't a first-team All-NBA guy. I don't think he is this year. But, I think you can make an argument. Cade Cunningham might not be a first-team All-NBA guy this year. He's been unbelievable, and Detroit's been unbelievable.
Donovan Mitchell's deserving.
Donovan Mitchell has been amazing. We're talking 9 or 10 guys for 5 spots. That's, somebody has to get left off. Anthony Edwards, we haven't even talked about him. He's having a great year, too.
I can't say this for sure, but I suspect if Bontemps did a straw poll of the All-NBA race, that Luka would be a strong participant of first team. I'm not sure that I understand what you're saying, McMahon, if you're saying that the criticism of Luka has potentially clouded a little bit what has been a spectacular season. That's a fair statement. I do not think I think he would be voted first team All NBA, and I don't think it would be close.
Well, I mean, to McMahon's point, though, in the last straw poll, he was a distant fifth and barely had a Jaylen Brown for sixth. I would say that sums up where he is, which is a borderline alt first.
Yes, but I don't know how many of those guys are going to have 65 games. So
I think that
maybe
all the guys ahead of him, are certainly efforting to. Joker's efforting to. Wemby, we'll get to later, is very clearly efforting to. But like, Cade Cunningham's having a great year. He's not having a better year than Luka, and he's not a better player than Luka.
So here's the Lakers road trip. Actually, I want to get it in correct order. The first two are going to be, the Lakers are going to be in Houston.